Hello once again, friends. Andrew Wax, Wood and Leather Doctor, Mount Laurel, New Jersey, for all of your furniture type needs. Here we go. So this one, I guess we'll call the throne episode. This is just a really cool old chair. It's been in someone's family for a really long time. And as they were setting up their Christmas tree this year, they told me that lost their balance on the ladder, wound up kicking their leg out for balance, and kicked the chair into the wall. And here we've got a break there, and we have a break here. Pretty ugly. So, first thing I'm going to do, again, as not to waste your time, I am going to just make sure there's no junk in that joint, and I'm going to glue and clamp it for a few days. So that is not going to be strong enough, I think, to keep its structural integrity. So after I glue it up and it sits for at least 24 hours, then I will be filming. It's not tape or film. I will be videoing. There, I'll go with that. I will be videoing what I'm going to do. I have an idea of how I'm going to reinforce this, but do it kind of invisibly because big metal plates on the back of it just would not do. So again, I think if I glue it up and show you how I put it together and clamp it, it's just going to be really boring. So we're not going to do that. See you in a little bit with what I think to be the fairly interesting stuff. Okay, so it's still in clamps, but it's probably already cured by now. But while the clamps are already on there, I traced the outline of this mending plate, and I'm going to put it against or across the break here, and I'm probably going to do another one here on the side as well. Now, it would look really ugly to just leave two metal plates, even if you painted the brown on the outside of the wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my multi-purpose tool, this guy here, and I'm going to cut out and then chisel out I guess about 1/8 of an inch of wood so that this sits nice and flush, or actually it sits recessed a little bit. I can cover it over with some epoxy fill, same stuff I always use, which is very sandable and stainable and should make it look much, much better. I'm going to do that here, and also on the other side there, which needs to be filled anyway. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you what it looks like after I cut it out, and we'll go from there. So after all this has been chiseled out, this metal plate's going to go sit inside, screw it down, and then cover it up with epoxy paste and like Bondo. And after that, it'll be sanded and stained, and it'll look great. And this is going to make this a lot stronger than what glue by itself would be. So we're going to do this, and we're going to probably do it over here too. And so after that, we'll get into the touch-up section. So now, plates on both sides have been put in with 2 screws, and next step is gotta fill it. So I'm just gonna take some of this epoxy fill, and it's okay that it doesn't match perfectly because we've got some staining and stuff to do afterwards. So I'm gonna fill this in. And I didn't mix up enough. So I'm going to do that, smooth it out, sand it down. I'll film a little bit of that, the results of that, and once I do both sides, then worry about the color. I was going to do the side as well, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. The glue job, first of all, turned out really, really nice, and I think this plate by itself in the back is going to definitely prevent this from happening again, which is why this chair was brought to me in the first place. So yeah, I think it's going to be fine, and I will vigorously test it when I'm done. But I'm 99% sure that it's not gonna. I'm not gonna need to tear up this whole side of the both sides of the chair. I think this is going to be just dandy. So, be right back. So now all the fills are done. They've been sanded as smooth as I can possibly get them. And now it's time to use a little powdered stain and some clear lacquer. And let's see how close we can get just to get started. As always, there's always going to be some detailing with a brush probably, as well as some other colors and some tone lacquers. But you know, let's get started anyway, because we have to get some kind of color on there first. All right, so it's starting to color it up a bit. So we'll let that dry, and we'll hit, while that's drying, we'll hit the side. Yep, there it is there. So sanded the fill down so the crack is really, really smooth now. And I normally don't use gloves because it sticks to the finger a little bit better and it's just easier to do. But I've been using a pumice stone so often to get this stain off my fingers that I pretty much have no fingerprints anymore, which is great if I ever want to rob a bank in case Wood and Leather Doctor doesn't work out. Oh, look at that. So it actually colored up pretty nicely right away. Just gonna let that dry. Let's see. All right, so it's still a little bit tacky, and that's actually good. That'll help the powdered stain stick a little easier, and I can put it on a little heavier too. Not too shabby. So again, there'll be a couple little adjustments here and there, but it's not a bad start. Try the other side. There it is. Yep. Okay. Actually give it just a mist coat, so lacquer has something to stick to. And I can kind of put it on kind of heavy now that I know that I've got a pretty decent color match right out of the bottle. And again, I can go kind of heavy here. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll go above and below a little bit so that it all kind of blends together. Okay, wow, look at that. All right. Oh, I forgot a spot right. Let's see. You can see right there, that inside corner. Forgot about that. All right. And this stuff is pretty neat because as soon as the lacquer hits it, liquefies and becomes stain. But it's stain mixed with lacquer, so it sticks right away. And if you've ever used stuff like Minwax, you know that stuff doesn't stick well at all. You have to let it dry and seep in, and this really kind of stays on the surface more, which is really what we want. Because I'm not looking to preserve the grain, I'm looking to color it up. There we go. Not bad for a first pass, huh? So I am going to monkey with this a little bit more. Once this dries, I'll sand it down a little bit more, give it another coat of this, and it should be ready to go. But fortunately, back is completely strong now because of those two metal brackets that we put in there and then covered them up. They'll be pretty much invisible, and a job well done. I'm pleased, and I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.